damas y caballeros, ladies and gentlemen, bienvenidos al show Vida en Zero Gravedad. Life in Zero Gravity. Tú sabes las vibras. You know the vibes. Yes. Oh, that looks better when I'm closer like that, huh? Well, of course it does, because I look so good. I was going to curse, but it's the first 10 minutes, and you know we don't do that because we're trying to get paid. Even though YouTube is always playing games with the pay. We will. We have gotten paid, but we gotta get paid more. Welcome to the show. This is kind of a special episode. It's episode 111. It's the 100th video show. I think it's going to be a major milestone when I officially have more video shows than like audio only shows. That's a pretty major milestone. We got a while. We're not going to hit that till like the end of the season probably. The season, I should say. Actually, even then, I'd have to do the math on that. No, I don't think we're going to hit it. We're not going to hit it for a while. It depends how many I do. I would like to officially announce that, or officially vaguely announce that I think we're going to go. We did a couple extra episodes this season, or last season, I should say, season 6. I think season 7, there's going to be, I'm so annoying, season 7, season 6. I think this season here, we're going to have like far over that. Way over that. I realize we haven't had any like long bangers in a while. Hey yo, but for real, like we haven't had any really long episodes in a long time, so we're gonna have to have one of those long boys soon. Hey yo. So Astro is back in Cali, but she's being a wuss right now. So she can't come on the show. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that's a mess. She still has enough energy to throw Grilliam at me. Say hi, Grilliam. I'm gonna throw it at her. No, I'm just kidding. Just throw it really hard. She is currently sick at being a wuss. I didn't want to make her do this. I thought she was gonna throw it. He's all warm. I think you are sick. You're overheating over there. Yeah, I didn't want to make her do this. I asked her if I could. I thought it might still be fun for her to be in the room, just so she could still have like the. She enjoys it. Every week I ask her, "Are you sure you want to do it? Are you sure? You don't have to, really, because I don't want her to feel like I want it to be fun for her. I don't want her to feel like she has to do it, but she always wants to do it. So, I think that's really cool. I mean, my dad never did anything like this, so it's something different. But sorry, that probably sounds like trash on here, but it's something different. My dad never did anything like this, so it's just a whole different experience for me and her, really. You know. Sorry, we're both not feeling well. I have a really strong immune system, so it's not affecting me as much. No, I'm not trying to be egotistical. She said egotistical. I'm trying to be egotistical. It's just like I notice that like I'll have the same sickness as someone else, and it like I'm okay. She's like in bed, you know, like she's just laying down, like it's taking her out right now. For me, like I felt pretty bad when I woke up, but I'm already feeling better. Like not 100%, but I definitely feel better. It's just that I already know this is gonna dry my throat out, like talking. So bear with me. Might have to use the cough button. Huh? Was that I wanted to get my butt whooped? That's what that sounded like. Okay, anyway. I'm just playing. What?
It's precious.
What?
It's precious.
And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
I like Stone Cold. I like Cold Stone.
You like Cold Stone Steve Austin? Someone made a shirt like that, Cold Stone Steve Austin, and he has like ice cream scoops. Have you ever seen him? He looks like Grandpa.
You look like Grandpa.
You think I look like Grandpa, really? I don't think I look that much like him, really. I know it's my dad, but I feel like I look more like Lolo, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do I look more like Lolo or Grandpa? You think? I don't see much of him at all, honestly, but I could be wrong. Well, I mean, I guess it's because, like, the hair color, like, his hair color is different than mine. You know what I mean? Like, his eyebrows. I know, barely, right? But you've seen his natural hair color. It's different than mine, so. Yeah. He has, like, blonde hair.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Anyway, so I was gonna get into it. The big topic, obviously, I'll be talking about this a lot. So if you're not feeling this, I'm gonna try to make it as interesting, entertaining as possible. I'm not trying to exploit anyone or anything, but obviously the big topic right now is the fires in LA and the LA area. And I was just researching like what celebrities have lost their homes in the fires. I don't know if y'all are interested in that. I find it interesting. It started because I saw Madlib lost his house. The producer, also known as Quasimodo, he raps sometimes with the pitch shifted vocals. Probably one of the best producers of our time, and he lost like 30 years worth of music. His house got burned up. Just terrible, you know. I saw Freddie Gibbs posting about it. Freddie Gibbs, one of my favorite of the it's funny to call him a young, I'm not even calling him a young rapper, but a modern rapper, I should say. He's older than I am. Like, I think he's like 10 years older than me, or maybe more. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Freddie Gibbs. Well, Freddie Gibbs didn't lose his house, as far as I know. So Madlib lost his house. Mel Gibson lost his house. A lot of people don't like Mel Gibson. I don't really like Mel Gibson. I mean, he's a talented person, but he's done multiple heinous things that I can't really co-sign. You know, but he lost his house. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, you know. I was reading that he lost his house. His house burned up, but his chickens survived, I guess, even though they left. And then people were all mad about that he left the chickens. Someone made a good point. Like, have you ever tried to corral chickens? Like, they are very hard to catch. Like, remember that mini game in Shenmue catching those chickens? Oh my god! In Shenmue 3? That was so irritating. I finally beat it. It took forever. So, but I've been around real chickens. Have you been around real chickens?
Yes.
They are.
My friends have a lot.
They're so hard to catch. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, the house is burning, and you're like, oh, I gotta save the chickens. That would take you probably like an hour at least to round up all those chickens. So you know, takes a long time. I don't know. And I mean, they're chickens. Like, what if they just got cooked? You know, like, it'd be fine, right?
Yeah, they are.
Barbecue. Yeah, it's like at least they're gonna be barbecue. But anyway, Paris Hilton lost her house. See, one thing I want to say is like a lot of people say, "Oh, they're rich, they're fine." It's like that's still traumatic. You never know what they have in their houses. Like if it's like their main house. I know that sounds very pretentious. That doesn't, you know, it's still like they're losing money. They're losing a home. A lot of them, it is their main home. You know, it's like all the stuff they have inside, like priceless. Let's say they got like Oscars, Grammys, and all types of other awards in there. Like, I mean, Paris Hilton doesn't have any of that, but her house did burn down. Neither does Eugene Levy, but his house also burned down. I thought that was, I don't know, that's sad. I mean, by all accounts, he seems like a nice guy, as far as I know. I saw some weird movie. It was like him and Samuel Jackson. It was such a weird duo. It's not a very good movie. It's very juvenile, but I was just like, how have I never heard of this? And I watched it. I'm like, oh, that's why I've never heard of this. This movie kind of sucks. But yeah, I forget what that movie was even called. But yeah, it's just it has like I think he's like really gassy in the movie, and that's like one of the main jokes is he keeps farting. So that kind of lets you know right there that this isn't exactly like peak writing. That's like one of his I don't know. It's like a plot point. Ricky Lake. Who remembers Ricky Lake? I haven't seen that name in years. I guess her house burned down though. So oh my god, I hate this water bottle just sprayed. Oh my god. It just squirted all over the page. Hey yo. Anyway, just like your girl. But anyway, oh wait, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Huh? I meant that she squirted a squirt gun. No, I mean she squirted from her vagina. It just hit the 10-minute mark. Anyway, sorry guys. Speaking of that, Janae Aiko lost her house, burned up. That's sad. She sounds like the way she sings. She sounds like she's in the middle of a fire, right? That whole like breathy. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Anyway, Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom, lost her house. Tina Knowles lost her house. JJ Reddick, the coach of the Lakers, he lost his house. That's pretty sad. I mean, that's got to be traumatic. Like, you just moved to LA, you're all excited, the season's going pretty well, and then your house burns up. They postponed one of the Lakers games. That's got to be rough, though. I mean, it's not like he's a longtime resident or from LA or anything, but still, like, that sucks. Like, you're just getting your life restarted and your house burns down. Like, that sucks. John Goodman, the actor John Goodman, his house burned down. Like, these are some pretty big names, you know, people's houses that burned down. And then James Woods, famous actor, famous Republican, so people don't feel bad. That's something we really got to get away from, man. Is if they don't agree with you, like, okay, but you don't have to like be like a douche about their house burning down. It's like that still sucks, like regardless, you know. I don't know. I mean, I hate when I do that. I say, you know, I don't know. I'm asking you to know, but like I don't know. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, man, but yeah. So it's a lot of people. There's more than that too. I'm just listing like people that you've probably heard of, you know, because there's other. I mean, I haven't heard. I'm sure some like YouTubers and TikTokers had their houses burned down. I don't know who those people are most of the time. You know, I only know a handful of YouTubers. On a personal note, like my mom was born in Altadena. If you know, if you've been following the fires at all, you know that that is the Eaton fire burned up a lot of that area. Um, and it's a very cool area, you know, and it's mostly destroyed by the fires now, including like the bunny museum's been destroyed. You know, a lot of homes. What's sad is Altadena was like a place where black people moved when there were like, you know, racist laws in the area that kept people from moving to certain areas. That was a place where like black people moved and other minorities. And I don't know, it's sad because a lot of those people, their families have been there forever, and their house burned up, like their family home burned up, you know, and that's just, it's hard. Like I've been listening to the radio, LAist 89.3. I listen to that pretty often actually. And I guess I wanted to stay in touch with people in that way, you know, because I wanted to see like what's going on out there. And hearing about Altadena, it's been hard. You know, it's one of those things where it's hard to listen to, but it's like good to know because it's just, it keeps you grounded. It's like, it's easy. Like for me, my place personally didn't burn down. Like, spoiler alert, like, you know, I mean, you've probably seen this background before. We've been here several times. Um, Actually, what's pretty cool, I've recorded most of these in like my childhood room. Like, I live in Long Beach, but I'm always over here and I record over here. If you're ever wondering, like, there's one of the rooms I had when I was a kid. I've moved different rooms and we moved to different places. My brother, this is the only house he's ever known, so that's interesting to think of. I have had at least 4 different places. I mean, it wasn't even houses, it was like apartments. One time we were renting a house in like Pasadena. Um, we were in Monrovia for a second. Where else were we at? I can't remember the other place. I mean, I was young in some of those cases, you know, so yeah. But this is the only place that my youngest brother has known. He was born in Upland and raised in Upland. He's only lived here. I mean, I guess now he lives at UCLA too, so there is that. Sometimes I'm like, should I be people this information? But by the time they find out about it, it'll already be irrelevant. So, you know, I mean, a lot of these shows are in LA too. I record them in LA, I record them in Long Beach. Like, so just depends. But I'd say the most of them are here. I used to record in my old apartment in Upland too. Like the first season, a lot of it was there, or like, yeah, second season too, honestly. So yeah, I've lived in Long Beach. I recorded some in Ontario too. I used to live in Ontario. I've been in Long Beach since I want to say 2021, so like 4 years almost. Yeah, almost 4 years in Long Beach now. That's crazy. That time went by fast. Um, which Long Beach, I mean, we could argue. Some people say it's part of LA, some people say it's not. I think it's big enough to be its own thing, but it is literally like the port of Los Angeles, and it's LA County. It's the port of Los Angeles, and literally, if you go down the street, you're in LA. Like one side of the street's LA, one side of the street's Long Beach. So it's like it could go either way. Like some of the stuff that they claim, like people say Riverside is greater Los Angeles. I'm like, bro, that's like super far away. Like that's got to be at least it's like 70 miles away, probably. Like I don't think that's LA anymore. It's 70 miles away from LA. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, honestly, with traffic. It's far. Like it's not it's probably 3.5 hours of traffic, honestly. It's far. Like I don't think that counts as LA anymore, personally, but that's just me. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You say that a lot, Jazzy.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, man. So, more personal notes. My aunt lives in a canyon, and she came within blocks of her house burning down. Like literally, buildings in that same neighborhood burned down. Like they had like some little like museum there. The top of that museum burned, and they were able to keep like the rest of it from burning. But man, just crazy, man, to get that close. I mean, if it were me, I think that would really change the way that I thought about things. Like to get that lucky, to be that fortunate. Like if you didn't believe in a higher power before, I think for me I would definitely start believing in that instance, cuz that's just that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know, man. No, that was crazy. They came over here that night. The fires have been going on, but they got evacuated and they're just like checking nonstop to see the fire map, and like to show me on the map it's like it's right there, like the fire's right there, and I'm like, oh, maybe the map's wrong. It's like, no, from everything we've heard and people in the neighborhood, that's where the fire's at. And I'm like, my god, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, that does not look good. Like it's like it looks like it's like a few blocks away. I want to say that it potentially got within a block from their house, which is just crazy. Now, luckily, my uncle, he put like fireproof paint all around, and like they had a fireproof paint wall, and the house was painted with fireproof paint. Like as far as I know, all that stuff. So I think that they might have been okay anyway, but you just never know. I mean, that's cutting it way too close. Shoot, and you know, like she's this is I was it's kind of good timing because I was talking about my family last week. So my uncle works for NASA, my aunt works for Caltech, and so I mean they make good money, and I'm sure they would be fine regardless. Although with Trump getting into office, there are worries that a lot of that stuff's going to get cut. NASA's going to be like gutted, and he's going to put his people in there. Like, so there are worries about them possibly losing their jobs and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, like he's almost retired anyway, so and he's good with his money. He'll be fine, I'm sure. But it's just, a lot of this stuff is just really scary omens, honestly, for like what's to come. So we'll just see what happens, man. Yeah, I'm mostly in Upland and Long Beach, and those areas haven't really been affected as much, other than like the air quality seems like it's bad. Like my throat's messed up, her throat's messed up. We might be a little bit sick, honestly. I mean, she definitely seems sick. For me, that's the only real symptom I have. And then I woke up really tired. But I mean, I almost always wake up really tired. It's annoying. It's like I don't like to wake up really tired, but it happens like almost every day. So yeah, I don't know, man. Thank you to all those who checked in. Check in with me if you need anything. Honestly, I'll do what I can to help. Like, I plan on posting people's links. I posted Madlibs like for them to help, or it was Freddie Gibbs for Madlib. I posted his thing, so just watch. Go. You could check out my Instagram at Life in Zero Gravity, the number zero. You'll see me on there. I mean, if you have followed the show, you probably know how to find me on there anyway. But just in case, I'm putting it out there. And if you need help, I'll post your stuff too. And hopefully we can help people out. It's a really I mean, there's not much worse that can happen to you than losing your house, especially in a circumstance like that where it's like you didn't really do anything wrong. So I feel for people that are in that position. Please don't be one of those people that turns this political, like where it's like, oh, California's burning up because they're leftists or whatever. Like, don't be one of those people. Like, that's just ridiculous. This is a lot deeper than that. It could happen anywhere. And honestly, I feel like this stuff happens so much more often in red states. So it's like for it to happen in a blue state, this is the most significant fire in my lifetime, I believe. I can't think of another one that eclipses this. And it's just one of those things where it's like they're gonna blame all types of people and stuff, and we're gonna get into that later. But I think it's just like some things you can't fully prevent. It's like it's a natural disaster. There's nothing you can do about that other than like stop contributing to global warming. That's one thing. Nobody wants to talk about that though, because they don't even believe in global warming. Some don't even believe in global warming. Who remembers that line from Bias? But yeah, to the pieces of shit that want to laugh at California burning, fuck you. You're lucky you cowards are online. Like, I see you online talking trash. You're lucky you're online. And you know what? I hope that your house burns down. How about that? I hope that happens to you. You deserve that. You want to laugh at people for their stuff burning down, their lives potentially being destroyed. You think you're above that because you have some political belief, some religious belief, or whatever. Like, you're above them. Like, whatever God you pray to, I guarantee you is not happy with the way that you're acting about that situation. It would be funny if you end up going to hell because of stuff like that. Then you're burning in hell. How about that? How them flames taste. Yeah, that got a little dark. No, it pisses me off. I get tired of the California slander in general, but when they're like mocking people for losing their homes and like, haha, that's what California gets, like stuff like that, I want to run the fade with all of you. Like, I do. You deserve it. Let's see what happens. I'll have a natural disaster on your face. Make that erupt. Anyway, just saying. People don't realize how much California does for other states. Like, we give y'all so much money. Like, look it up. Just look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Red states always want to brag about not having state taxes and all that stuff, but that's why we always bail your ass out whenever you have a natural disaster, because you don't have the funds. Your taxes come in other ways. That's what you idiots don't realize. For one thing, you get paid horrible wages because your minimum wage is extremely low. You get paid way worse wages for the same job. Like, a teacher in some of these other states makes less than half what they do in California, which is crazy. That's real. You could look that up. Like, these teachers are making terrible wages. That's why they say teachers don't make any money. They're talking about the other states more. I mean, in California, you're not going to be like, for the most part, you're not going to be like rich as a teacher, but like you can definitely live a pretty good life as a teacher here. Like, it's one of the only states where you can. I'm sure Massachusetts and some of the East Coast states. But yeah, so don't be one of those idiots. Cali ain't perfect, but at least it's like progressive. Like, a lot of your states are stuck in the mud. You're still stuck in like the 80s in some of these states. Like, the same infrastructure, it's all falling apart. Like, like hurricanes are destroying you, tornadoes are destroying you, but you want to talk trash about California. It's like, I don't wish that on anyone. Whenever a natural disaster happens in another state, I'm never thinking like, oh, that's what they get for being a red state. That's what they get for slavery or whatever. Like, no. I just think like, that's sad. I hope those people are okay. I wish stuff like that didn't happen. Like, that's a normal human response. I'm not thinking like, well, good. They probably don't agree with me politically, so I hope they burn in hell. Like, that's ridiculous, I think that's what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all are just stuck in the mud. Hollywood is literally and figuratively burning right now. You've heard of Hollywood burning. That's a famous thing. Yeah. The bad ones deserve to burn, honestly. I don't support weirdo behavior. I don't support touching kids. I don't support any of that weird stuff. But for y'all to act like everybody's doing that, that's just not true. And you're crazy for that. There's like weirdos in all walks of life. It's not just Hollywood. And honestly, I don't believe that a lot of Hollywood is like that. I think there's some weirdos there just like anywhere else. And of course, since it's Hollywood, they're going to get the attention. But how many times do like priests have to get caught touching people? How many times do like, you know, Boy Scout leaders have to get caught touching people? How many times did people everywhere have to get caught touching people before we stop saying like it's a Hollywood thing? Because it's really not. It's like it happens all over the place. It's sick. It's, you know, I'm not trying to make it a political thing. I don't even understand. It's just weird to even do that. It's like to co-opt someone's struggle for your own personal gain. It's just strange. It's weirdo behavior, you know. But yeah, Hollywood is burning. Crazy to think. We don't even know what the full damage is going to be, you know. A lot of people have lost their lives. I'm sure it's way more than the numbers officially say, but there's people missing. It's just a lot of destruction, you know. I don't know what's going to happen. People have a lot of conspiracy theories, but I just hope for the best at the end of the day. That's all I can really do. I hope that things get better for everyone. I hope that it turns into a positive, which I think it could. I think it could turn into a positive thing. Like, there's things that could be rebuilt better. Like, this is an opportunity to rebuild things and, like, things happen and make things better than they used to be. So I hope we get to do that. I hope that's the way it plays out. See all this, like, all these conspiracy theories about these smart cities, you know? Like, they intentionally burn this stuff down to build smart cities. I'm just like, first of all, why would they pick one of the wealthiest areas to burn down? Like, a few of the wealthiest areas, really. Why would they pick that of all the places to burn down? Somebody will counter that by saying, like, oh, because you wouldn't expect them to do that. I'm like, really? You think that they would burn down the wealthy and powerful people's places on purpose and not get caught? You know, where does the conspiracy end? Because, like, who's part of the conspiracy? Who's burning up the powerful people's houses? Other powerful people? Like, where you know, it's not computing. It's like, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But for me, that doesn't make any sense. If they wanted to burn down an area to start a smart city, why wouldn't they just, like, burn down, like, really, like, realistically, why wouldn't they burn down, like, Long Beach or something? An area with, like, less money, you know? Why would they burn down why would they burn down a place where there's, like, several $1 million homes, like, multi-million-dollar homes? Why would they do that? Doesn't make sense. Where a lot of the most famous people in the world live, they burn that down. Why would they do that? If they had to pick an area for a smart city? And I don't know if you know the area, but it's like Malibu and Palisades, they're really not that close to anything that's, like, you know, like a major sector. Like, yeah, you could say Palisades is part of LA. Okay, it's way out there, and it's not like it's next to LA. Like, I'm just wondering what the point of making a smart city there is. It's not like it's next to LAX, you know. They could have burned down Inglewood or something. Like, if they wanted to, they're already gentrifying Inglewood. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know what your plot is. Why they would do it to an area with a bunch of money and, you know, essentially put a bunch of celebrities out. And honestly, those people might move. They might leave the state over that, or, like, definitely leave the area, and then that's millions lost from the area. It's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. If somebody has a counter to that, let me know, because I'm not hung up on my theory being right. I'm just saying that it doesn't make sense. Like, what you guys are saying doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm saying. You know. Yeah, let me know if you got a counter to that. I'd love to hear it, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't worship any celebrities, honestly. I think that's childish. Like, a lot of you worship celebrities and feel like you have to back up everything they say. It's like, these people do not know you. You do not need to do that, you know. Stop it. Get some help, as Michael Jordan would say, you know. And fuck them kids. No, I'm just kidding. I always like that fake quote for Michael Jordan. Maybe he really said that, but I I want to get a shirt that says "Fuck them kids," and it's just a quote by Michael Jordan. Fuck them kids. I got shoes to put out. I think that's where it started. It's like they always paint Jordan as like not caring, like LeBron's supposedly a caring athlete and Jordan doesn't care. I don't know. I don't think LeBron's a bad guy, but I get a weird feeling sometimes. You know, I get a weird feeling. Now, I mean, that's before Drake said all this stuff. Now they're floating out there that Drake like helped LeBron cheat on his wife and hook up with other women and stuff, and it's like if Drake's putting that out, he just gets lamer by the day. His feelings are hurt because LeBron didn't take his side, and so now he's gonna like do something to hurt LeBron. It's like, okay, you guys are lame. He's lame for that. How does that have anything to do with anything that you're being accused of or anything like that? It's just strange. But who knows? I'll just see what happens when all the facts come out. I'll need to do my own research. Oh, that's a callback. I don't know if that was last week or the week before, but whenever you hear that, I need to do my own research. I don't trust the science, man. I need to do my own research. I need to do my own research on that one. I'm going to do my own research. You just know it's going to be some of the worst research that has ever been conducted. Where do they get the research from? Where do they go? Because they can't trust any scientists because that's against God's will to trust the scientists. So, like, where do they go? Where do they get this perspective? Just some guy that made a YouTube video that's like sitting in his truck or something. That's like their scientist. I don't know. Sitting in his lifted truck with the MAGA hat on, ranting about the world. That's a trustworthy source. That's more trustworthy than someone that has like gone to school and studied to become an expert in their field, has like a doctorate in their field and has learned from all the greatest scientific minds information that's been passed down for thousands of years of scientists, going back to like the ancient Greeks and probably before them. I'm sure there were African scientists. Actually, yeah, I really am sure. I know there was. So we're going to throw all that out and we're going to listen to the guy in the lifted truck on YouTube. That's what we're going to do. I try to figure it out, man. It's funny. It's amusing, but I think it's really silly at the end of the day. I mean, I get a good laugh out of it. So there is that. I hope y'all enjoy it. I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't really care if you're offended, I guess, because I know my heart's in the right place, but I want to let you know that I don't mean to like offend you, but I need to do my own research. Los Angeles will be back. It is the greatest city in the world. I really believe it's the greatest city in the world, And yeah, man. I was born in LA, for those who don't know. I've always lived in the LA area. I don't want to leave the LA area. I think that it gets a bad rap a lot of times. I think there's so much to do. There's so much to love about LA. And I don't know, man. I don't know why. It seems like jealousy a lot of times with other parts of the country mostly. I mean, I don't hear like worldwide hate for LA as much as I do like state to state hate, mostly southern states that hate LA for some reason. A lot of times they haven't been here, but it's like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't align with them politically or something. I don't know what the issue is. But LA is a great place to be, and, I don't think there's any better. So that's just me. I love it. I hope everyone in LA is okay. I'm here if you want to talk. Like, been through a lot. LA's been through a lot, and yeah, sending all my positive energy to all the people in LA. I hope everyone's okay, man. You deserve it. You know, I don't know. There's a lot more I could say. There's a lot more I'm gonna say, but I don't want to go on too long right now. You know, I got other stuff to get into, but it's LA love over here. Thank you to all those. There are good people in other states that have been positive and, you know, helpful. I don't want to paint it as it's like everybody, you know. It's kind of interesting. Well, I mean, nah, maybe I shouldn't stereotype all that. Never mind. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to stoop to their level. Okay, so now it's time for KZRO reviews. Okay, so I saw a movie that's been in the making for a while. I'm trying to figure out if I could get even more vague. No, I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with Astro Alicorn. Astro.
Hey, chat.
Okay, I know you're not on the episode, but how many Zeus slaps would you give Sonic 3?
10.
10 Zeus slaps out of 11?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be the highest I've ever rated.
Really? You really liked it that much?
Yes, it was so good.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to rate it. Astro Alicorn gives it 10 out of 11. What was your favorite part? Amy. My bad. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Well, it's been out for a while. Yeah. Amy may or may not be in the movie. Just so you know. Amy may or may not. But yeah. So that was your favorite part?
Yes.
I liked it too. I thought it was a lot of fun. And honestly, I think the Sonic movies are more fun than that Mario movie, or the Mario movies have been. It's kind of funny because I wouldn't have predicted that, but I think they played it so safe with the Mario Brothers movie that it ended up not being as fun as it could have been. Not that it was still fun. It still had funny moments, but it felt a little bit flat is all. I believe I rated that one like a 7 or something, the Mario Brothers movie. And it really could have probably been like a 10 or something. It had the potential. It was just like they just made the dialogue kind of bland, you know.
Potential? No pun intended.
What do you like better, the Sonic movies or the Mario movies?
Sonic.
Yes. You answered that quickly.
Well, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I think my favorite part was probably the Eggman dance. Cause what?
Amy didn't get any screen time.
Yeah, Amy was like right at the end. Amy was badass though. She was wrecking people up, even though, did you hear me say woke? I say woke whenever there's a 2025 glow up. Whenever they add like a female character or a black character, whoa. Yeah, anybody. Yeah, autistic character, anybody that ain't normal. I'm just kidding. Anyone that ain't normal.
Stop.
So is that your favorite Sonic movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to watch the fourth one?
Yeah.
Chili dogs.
Oh no, I cannot think about food right now.
Chili dogs. Do you want to go to Sonic? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry we didn't go. I totally forgot. I wish we could. If you want, we could go to Sonic again and we could get chili dogs.
Bro.
Would you like to?
It's wasted money though, right?
No. If you want to see it again, I'd be down to see it again. I thought it was fun. Keanu Reeves did a good job. Did you like John Wick as Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. Then Jim Carrey plays two characters. He plays Dr. Eggman and Dr. Eggman's grandfather.
It's actually Gerald Robotnik.
Well, yeah, but I wanted people to know if I just say Gerald Robotnik, they're like, who is that?
Who are you?
Gerald Robotnik. I am Gerald Robotnik. Yeah, man. Yeah, I liked it. Would you watch it again?
Yeah.
It'd be fun. We could.
I was supposed to watch Wicked.
I know. You can still watch it though. Maybe tomorrow, because I don't know if you're going to be feeling good enough to do gymnastics. And that's okay. Honestly, you shouldn't go and get people sick anyway.
Yeah.
If you are still sick. Which, I mean, honestly, I don't think you're going to be 100% tomorrow. I hope so. But, like, I doubt it. I mean, you're pretty sick tonight. Yeah, of course. Next time, don't throw them at me. I'm just kidding. He's screaming. Just throw 'em.
The Sigma.
What the Sigma? Oh man. So yeah, Sonic. She gives it a 10 out of 11. I'm not even gonna rate it. I had fun, and that makes me so happy that you liked it. I liked it too.
You heard it, folks. Sonic is unrated.
Sonic is unrated. No, I give it a 10 out of 11. Or you give it a 10 out of 11, so that's the official score from KCRO. So, anyway, that's all we got. Did you want to say anything else about Sonic?
2025 glow up.
2025 glow up chat. They had a mixed couple. I mean, they've always had them in there.
Yeah, it's never mind.
Tika Sumpter and James Marsden. Marsden, like Marsden. It does, huh? Marson Johnston. It'd be funny to mess his name up like that. Marson Johnston. He used to get so mad at that when people would say Johnston. And that I thought that was a made up name, and then there actually was a girl whose last name was Johnston. But I was like, for real, why wouldn't you just assume it was Johnson? I've seen so many. I'm not even gonna say that.
What?
I've seen so many Johnsons in my life. Hey yo.
Bro, no.
That's why I stopped myself. I was like, wait, that was too funny. But seriously, I've seen so many people with the last name Johnson. I've seen like one person with the last name Johnston. So I'm like, okay, let's just safely assume that it's Johnson. You know? Let's not assume that it's Johnston. I remember that, and I thought that was funny. That girl, that was her real last name. Oh man, because I remember Martian like complaining about that. I mean, it's probably just a typo. They saw Marston and then Johnston, like they just messed it up when they were typing it. But it's still funny, like the fact that they messed his name up like that. Oh man. So yeah, this is total hard left. Okay, the cashier at Walgreens. I was in Walgreens, right? He told me that someone burst in and said, "I haven't shit in 5 days. Give me something." Like some guy came in there, he didn't take a shit in 5 days. 5 days. 5 days. And he was like, he gave him like some laxative and stuff and all this stuff. And I was just like, what? He was telling me that. And I don't know what happened, honestly. I'm still trying to figure that one out, you know? I saw, then when I was there, I saw that like, they had this stuff called overnight laxatives. Overnight laxatives. I don't know about you, but I think they really shit the bed on that one. The overnight laxative. And that was the dad joke of the week, brought to you by New Jack. He hates when other people make dad jokes. When he makes dad jokes. Maybe he secretly hates it. I don't know. I don't think he really does know what a dad joke is. Like most of his jokes are dad jokes. That's the funny thing. He's one of the if he's not the corniest person I know. But one side of him is one of the corniest people that I know, honestly. Yeah, Drake's a lot cornier, but I don't really know Drake. You know.
Too much about that guy.
I know too much. Now he has to die. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Just a little jokey joke. That's your dad joke of the week, brought to you by New Jack. I'm gonna start doing that, huh? I should do a dad joke of the week.
Okay, I got one.
What's yours?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because it escapes the farm.
That's a dad joke. That's solid. I actually have one that I saw that's actually one of the better dad jokes that I've seen. I'm gonna find it right now. It's funny. Let's see.
I wanted to get one of those like silicone dinosaur masks. Or I don't know if it's silicone, but I was through that trend where you ask your parents how many likes to get the whatever you want. And then this guy said 65 billion.
65 billion?
No, million.
Million?
He told me 65 million likes for a dinosaur mask.
What?
65 billion.
64 bits.
32 bits.
3 bits, 8 bits, 4 bits, 2 bits. That was probably a mistake. So, do you know why Peruvian owls always hunt in pairs?
No.
Because they're in cahoots.
Oh my gosh.
Do you get it?
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's actually like, that's a good dad joke. That is definitely a dad joke. That's actually pretty clever.
You could tell.
You know what the Inca are, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You heard the expression in cahoots?
Yes.
Man, that's a solid joke, honestly.
Brought to you by New Jack.
Brought to you by Dad Joke of the Week, brought to you by New Jack. I should start doing that, just trolling him. I should call him.
Bro.
I should call him and just tell him the dad joke. I should just start calling him and telling him dad jokes, leaving him on his voicemail.
Oh my god.
Just find all the dad jokes I can. He gets so mad at it.
When is the best time to book a dentist appointment?
2:30.
Yes.
Dad Joke of the Week, brought to you by New Jack. I always find new segments.
His hair always sticky.
I don't know.
Because they use honeycombs.
Honeycombs. Ooh, that's a good one.
How many tickles does it take to crack a squid up?
10 tickles.
Ew, Steven, you stole my joke and you said how many.
Who's Steven?
He really doesn't know, does he?
She really doesn't know, does she? See, she got enough energy to throw this at me. I don't think you're really sick. You're going to school tomorrow.
No.
I'm just kidding. So, on a serious note, though, how do you not take a shit in 5 days? How does that happen? What did you do? What did you shove up your butt to stop that from happening? Seriously. Are you gay? Why are you gay? I'm just kidding. But seriously, though, how does that happen? How do you not take a dump in 5 days? I think I took 3 today.
Bro, okay, TMI.
I think I took 3.
TMI.
I think, oh, 4. 4, actually.
That's disgusting.
5.
No,
I'm just kidding. But for real, how do you not take a dumpy do in 5 days?
Bro, ate too many McDonald's.
Have you not been to Lolo's bathroom?
What?
He hasn't taken any dumpy doos?
What?
So I told a girl that I was a perfectionist. This actually happened. I told a girl I was a perfectionist, and she said, well, you're perfect. And I said, well, I don't think so. And that's exactly why I'm a perfectionist. And that's your dad joke of the week, brought to you by New Jack. No, I thought it made me laugh, though. That actually happened. That's not even a dad joke. Like, she said I was perfect, and I was like, I don't think so. It's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What perfectionist thinks they're perfect? The minute you think you're perfect, you're not a perfectionist anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Right? I think you stop becoming a perfectionist once you think something's perfect. Especially once you think you're perfect. So, yeah.
I don't know if that's supposed to be Riz or an insult.
She said I was perfect. I think that's Riz.
No. She said that because she feels bad you have type 7 diabetes.
I don't have that. What is there even a type 7 diabetes?
Yes.
That sounds horrible. What is that where your like toes just start falling off themselves?
What?
When you get diabetes bad, they have to like cut your toes off or your foot off.
Bro fell off more than Drake.
That really happens.
Ow. Ow.
So yeah, I want a girlfriend in my head, but it really is a lot. Like I like my freedom, you know. But I am a romantic, so it's like it's tough in this day and age. I do at the end of the day. I do want one. No, I wouldn't say. I say I'm not a romantic. I'm a romantic.
Oh.
And that's your dad joke of the week, brought to you by New Jack.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even mean, but that kind of sounds like a dad joke, right?
Yeah.
I should just, you know what I should do? I should write a whole script of dad jokes. And when I see him just talking nothing but dad jokes.
Oh my gosh. You should say it has to be like kind of related to what he's talking about.
And I won't deviate from the script. I will try to only communicate in dad jokes. Just drive him insane.
Bro, this is why you're single.
They said this is why you're single. No, I'm wrecked. Oh no, no, I've been wrecked so seriously. No, no, I'm wrecked beyond repair. No, I'm wrecked. I am simply wrecked. Hammerhead shark.
Hey, yo, what?
Hey,
No.
yo.
No.
Okay, stop that. Anyways,
It's not the 10-year mark.
it's not the 10-year mark. That means that Drake isn't going to start dating it yet. Anyway, it's too young even for Drake.
Oh.
And that's your dad joke of the week, brought to you by New Jersey. You know what? I'm running out of time here. You know, maybe I'll get to this. No, I'm gonna skip this. I have to get to this the next time. You know what I'm looking at? I'm like, I shouldn't be talking about this with you in the room. I'll get to that next time. Yeah, I should probably get to that next time. Dang, that was a good bit. I'll get to it next time though. So yeah, that's too much. I don't know why I wrote that on there. Stay tuned next week though. I'll get to that juicy story. I think I'm gonna start doing more episodes, people. Just so you know. You know what I should bring back? You know what I'm gonna bring back right now? I haven't done the Book of Grav. I've neglected that segment. I've actually written a lot of new songs. Just so you know. So let's see. I'm gonna drop one on you. And now, let us read from the Book of Grav. What if I told you I gave her ESPN day 30 for 30? 30 orgasm, 30 minutes till all of our worries are blurry. On and off the court, Chamberlain. Soon as she came again. I came to win, no matter what lane I'm in. I'm going hard in the pain again. Stuffing stat sheets, fucking bad freeze. Gave a dick she was ducking last week. Now she putting on cuffing that D. Told her that is nothing that's free. Try me, I dominate all the games. All my mamas in the Hall of Fame. I change your life if we go together. I'll tell you off it, I'll show you better. And then pimp slap a whack rapper saying whack shit. Uppercut a motherfucker, make a backflip. My flow dastardly, I cause tragedies. When these ratchets clank, I am ratchetry. Pimp slap a whack rapper saying whack shit. Uppercut a motherfucker, make a backflip. My flow dastardly, I cause tragedies. When these ratchets clank, I am ratchetry. Only thing coming out my job, more rants. Grizzly murderer, you just lost your stance. Thought you were hard, my bars nuke your bars. Supernova flow, zero Grav superstar. My light shines through the stars daily, nightly, so brightly it makes those who hate me tiny. My rap slap harder than domestic violence. In the Stone Age and the raw majestic giants. Stomping on your favorites, discographies. Smoking on your top fives obnoxiously. Use their weak rhyme books for my rolling papers. Origami style, I'm just folding haters. Martial arts, these punches over kick drums. Biters, I turn those munches to victims. Y'all ain't unique, y'all are weak with raps. I bust on beats that slap and cheeks get clapped. Pimp slap a whack rapper saying whack shit. Uppercut a motherfucker, make 'em backflip. My flow dastardly, I cause tragedies. When these ratchets clank, I am ratchetry. Pimp slap a whack rapper saying whack shit. Uppercut a motherfucker, make 'em backflip. My flow dastardly, I cause tragedies. When these ratchets clank, I end ratchetry. Grav. Dang, I remembered that whole song. That's new. That's new. That's on the new album. New album coming extremely soon. You know what I love about being an independent artist? I could release that album tomorrow if I want to, and no label can stop me. You know, I love that. I love that I can do that. Because F a label, F the critics, F the industry, I do my own thing. That's what's up, people. So yeah, there'll be more of that. I want to say, as a Niner fan, I'm rooting against the Chiefs. I can't stand the Chiefs and the whole, like, it just feels like it's rigged for them every time. I don't think Mahomes is the greatest quarterback ever. I think he's super overrated. You know, he's good. He has a lot of help. He has even more help than Brady ever had, and it's like it makes the games unwatchable to me. It's like we all know the outcome. We all know that because the thing that most people don't realize is NFL games, the vast majority of them come down to one score, especially the playoffs and all that. And it's like, so you just tinker with the game a little bit. You just, stop calling holding on his offensive line, which happens every single time. They just stop calling holding and they win the game. And it's like, it's so predictable that maybe that's why the NFL is so popular, is because the games are so easy to rig. That's all you got to do. You give that guy more time. You give you give these elite quarterbacks more time in the pocket, and it's night and day. It's like he'll be getting reffed up for the entire game, and then they stop calling holding. They let the offensive line hold, and they win the game that way. I've seen it happen so many times, and it just gets old. So that being said, as a Niner fan, my team's obviously out of it. I'm supposed to hate the Rams this year. I'll let the hate subside. I was hoping the Chargers would do more, honestly, but they didn't do much. I mean, congrats to them. They're turning things around. Harbaugh, I'm sure, will do a great job. He did a great job this year, but, they lost. They actually got upset by the Texans. So, I don't know. Then again, I guess they did have to play in Texas, though. So, had to play in Houston. So, there is that. It was a road game, and, like, people think highly of CJ Stroud, so I guess it's not a horrible loss or anything, but the offense couldn't get anything going. So yeah, that being said, if the Rams won this year, I'm not gonna be upset because I feel like LA could use something like that right now. I love the city more than I could ever hate the Rams. I don't even hate the Rams. I just find some of the fans annoying because they're bandwagoners who abandon their teams for the Rams. Like, I know a Saints fan like that. You was always a Saints fan, and all of a sudden you switched to the Rams. I seen it. You switched. You switched up on them, and then you critique me for being a Niners fan. I always been a Niners fan. I never switched up on the Niners. You guys abandon your teams. That's not honorable to me. Okay. Honestly, the Rams screwed you guys over as a fan base. They left the city. They ditched you. They're only back now because it's more profitable. Even then, they did the coward thing and they didn't let the Raiders come to LA because they know the Raiders would have been more popular than the Rams. So the Rams own the stadium. The Raiders would have been more popular. People in LA, that's still probably the biggest team in LA, even to this day. I see more Raiders gear than anyone. And I'm a Niners fan. I'm supposed to hate. I don't hate the Raiders. Honestly, they're not really relevant to the Niners. Like, they don't play each other every year. So I don't hate the Raiders. I like their jerseys and all that. But anyway, yeah. I don't really care at the end of the day as long as it's not the Chiefs. But thank y'all for listening. Everyone out there, stay safe. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to help people out as much as I can. And yeah, man. We'll be back next week, hopefully bringing you some smiles, and hang in there. Reach out if you need help or anything, and I'll do my best. That's all we can really do. Until next time, if it lets me sign off. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties, but I'm signing off now.